Hi, my name is Sharna Devi Rodrov Ganapati. My magic number is 284956. So we have five members, including me, and we are from group three. So the part that I am going to present is about executive summary and evaluation. In this slide, I'm going to explain about the executive summary. In UUM also provide a lot of facilities such as the bus services, internet, health services, and accommodation and other for all the students. However, the bus services that need to go for classes or events are most important need to arrive on the time. So, to propose solutions to the problems faced by students from University Utara Malaysia, the proposed solution is to create UUMRIDE applications that can be downloaded by UUM students. This will be easy for students to book their car ride services when they are needed. The UUM Ride Rider provides a car ride services on time to students, staff and outsiders. It also offers guidance to help students to get the car easily without waiting for a long time to get the services. When students have to travel to UUM, ride transportations to classes back to their hometown or return back or to campus, they have to be punctual to attend on time in the morning as well as the night. It also saves time for students and the price is also cheap so that students can afford to pay it. The UUM Right services provided for students are very helpful for students, but it will be more helpful if an app exists so that they will they will book their car ride services through the app without having to wait for a long time for the other transportations. The problem started when students of UUM did not have a lot of time to wake up early for their morning classes because of their late sleeping due to their hectic schedules, assignments, quizzes, and preparations for the examinations too. So to resolve this problem, a UUM Right app will be created for UUM students to ease their problem and less their burden.
Greetings, my name is Rubashini Suresh and my phone number is 2799N29. Today I'm going to talk about the background of the problem of UEM right. Okay, first of all, we here as a UEM students we can rent automobiles and a student shuttle called SAPU, which means we can rent cars or we can book student grab here. But the thing is they aren't accessible always. We need to update in our Telegram SAPU group about the details of our traveling, such as date, time, and destination. And we need to wait for some time to get a driver or to get vehicle to travel. If we do not get any option, means we need to patiently, or sometimes we cancel the plan. Secondly, there are university buses here, but however, they are few in numbers and occasionally unable to arrive on time due to the timetable. Here, the buses are operating by the with the schedule given by the management. So we are always here F bus 15 minutes once, yeah, 15 minutes once. So as a student we need to wait about 15 to 20 minutes to get buses. And one more thing to here to notify is the number of buses are lesser, but the number of students are higher, which so most of the time the buses are full, and only few can fit in it and few cannot travel, and they need to wait for the second trip. Then so this is lead to the students cannot travel to a place on the time, and also they cannot reach the destination on time. Thirdly, students here can hire a vehicle to get aboard or use a student grab. Okay, student here they can rental a vehicle such as car or motors. And also here we have student grab as I said earlier, but they are costly. Sometimes their amount range is 4 to 8 ringgit. So here most of students in UEM are B40 students. So and no it's not really practical to every students to pay 4 ringgit for they travel from each one place to another place for every time. Then if we rental the car or we can rental the automobiles it's lead to um okay, let's say if you want to rental automobiles, there is a time limit and the price charged according to the time, according to the duration. So let's the minimum duration of the rental pay is minimum duration of the rental car is 1 hour, which means 1 hour is equal to 10 ringgit. So it's quite expensive as a students here. Then these students find it tough. Another problem is the students in UEM find it tough to leave school in an emergency due to a shortage of mobility. So students cannot travel out of UUM and also in emergency purposes. They need to find ways. Sometimes they struggle to get ways. Sometimes they couldn't it couldn't perform. Here we also have buses to travel to the town area, um, but it's also operating according to schedules. Then lastly, students may also bring their automobiles here to travel, although there are several restrictions. Okay, students here can bring the automobiles, which means they can bring their car or motors here. They can travel, but they are only accessible to the MPP, which means students representative council and or the last final year students. And also they have restriction, which is they need to apply for sticker, the vehicle sticker they need to get, and they need to have some good merit points. And there are a lot of restrictions. Not all the students can bring their vehicle here to travel. So these are the problems to implement background of the problems that make us to implement the UUM right. Thank you.
So the detail out of the problem, which is cases that happen among the student, is with sexual harassment, which is when they use sapu or paid drivers. The drivers take a chance to do a crime like sexual harassment. This case happened a long time ago, but this times is getting more worse. But the students more like to use sapu or paid driver than the grab, because the sapu is more cheap and affordable to the students. So the second is the problems. Many students that have a car use the chance to make a part-time job, but the problem is some of them do not have a stickers, and make uh, them in for limited movement, like they just use the outside range, or some of them maybe just use in campus only. But when they have the stickers, they can move freely and make more income. Okay, so the root of the problem, and yes, the first is the sticker. When the outsiders does not have a sticker, they freely enter the campus anytime that they want. Yes, and then when the problem happens, this can be uh, a problem to safety units to overcome the problem like sexual harassment. Uh, so the safety unit must involve outsiders like police, and also others community to settle these problems. So the second is the student must book sapu, use Telegram apps, not the other service like Grab or Foodpanda. They just use their apps to book. They must use their apps to book the Grab car. So the root of the problem is, which is yes, when the students book the sapu, they do not have a detailed information about the drivers. They only have the detailed car and also the number plate. So this can be one of the problem because we do not know who is our driver is, because if we look into the other apps, they have the detail about the driver, so the customer feel safe when they use the service. So that's the root of our problems when we just use unofficial apps. Okay, we use SWOT to innovate our solution, which is for the strengths is our apps UUMRIDE is cheap and affordable to students, and we can know details about the cars, the drivers, and the locations. And the last is the free membership for customers that have used about 1 month or 1 month. So the second is opportunity, which is attract people outside to join our community, and also help students to generate income, which is we provide the stickers to them to easy to move. So the third is the weakness, which is our app is only in UUM area and the chosen area only, which is on the Changlun or Citra. So then the second is to upgrade the apps, because the apps is new and yes, we have many problems like the servers to upgrade into more friendly user. So the last is the threats. The threat is our app is similar to similar service like the Grabs and Lala Move. Okay, for the potential solutions, we provide to two. The first is society and the second is community. Okay, for the society, we give a guide to create a healthy competition among the drivers, and also create community among the customers, which is in this app we have a small group communications to communicate among the students and the drivers. Okay, so the second is economy. So the economy, which is we help students to generate incomes, not only the students but also the outsiders and strangers, which is yes, they give good benefits to our economy, not only university but also in around the university city and family community.
For the innovation project description and objective, we will develop an application, and the aim of the application is to provide information about Grab ride service for the customer or the advantages of using this application. So this application can help customer to communicate with the UUMRIDE for pickup to their destination. The goal and objective of UUMRIDE include marketing application goals. What is marketing application goals? In terms of an application that we develop for UUMRIDE is to introduce these apps for UUM students. Marketing application goals have two. Firstly is application access and brand awareness. For application access, this application will be accessible for students who want a car ride service from destination to destination with a cheap price. Then it will help students to get the car easily without waiting for a long time to get the service. For brand awareness, it is to develop application that educate user about UUMRIDE. This application creating brand awareness is a key in promoting UUMRIDE service. User can know about the UUMRIDE application without insecurity. Next, for sales application goals, it is used to promote the application service directly to customer. There is two sales application goals, which is increase sales and gaining more client. For increase sales, These applications are intended to promote car service, then help to increase the sales day by day, which introduce the application with price sales and driver gender. It will be easier for UUMRIDE to reach goal while accounting for seasonal change. Gaining more client is will to target more students to be a client with this application. Student will search the best car service to go somewhere with UUMRIDE. For customer satisfaction goal, it is a measure used to quantify the degree to which a customer is satisfied with a product, service, and experience. There is two customer satisfaction goal, which is customer satisfaction and improved navigation. For customer satisfaction, it will detect customer satisfaction using a survey question, especially for students. It will develop the UUMRIDE application. For the improved navigation, user will find solution to their problem, especially student, and they want cheap car service, so they need to find the best one with the research.
Alright guys, before I'm explaining about the timelines, so I assume that you guys are already seeing the previous slide about our prototype UUMRIDE. So right now, I'm gonna explain to you guys about our project timeline. So the first is empathize, and the second one define, and then we ideate and then we do prototype. Of course, after prototype we have to test with our customers. So it has 6 steps in our timeline. Step 1, establish project goals and objective, and also identify project stakeholder, which is we have to trying to find a company. And then like step 2, develop project timelines and milestones, which is outline project budgets and resources. Then we do a create project plan. And then we move forward to step 3. We develop user interface design, also with the test code and user documentations. Right now we will carry on to step 4. So which is we created and execute test plan, conduct user acceptable testings, and identify address usability issues. Alright, so next step is step 5. So we finalize user documentation, which we also finalize the project plan, which is very important to develop one's apps. And then the last steps, monitor performance and user feedback. It is important to know about our user feedback, which is we can detect the problems. Next, we have to update the code as needed from the problems. Last but not least, respond to users' issues and requests. Move on with our app strengths, weakness, and feature weeks. The first one is our useful features, which is public transport tracking, which is really important to any app's transport. And then route plannings, we got requests for public transport at stations, and also location plus with base advertisements. Alright, the next one is strengths. Our strength is to make these apps really convenient for UUM students, which is it also has a combination of useful features in the apps. It also has a time saving with car tracking, which is student doesn't need to spend too much time on that. Also, we receive from the users problems, student request feature for part-time earnings. Okay, we carry on with the weakness. So we find that we have a slow response due to several problems and purely design user interface and hard to read route informations, then low lineability. So the last one is future enhancements. So we will trying to Google Firebase for hosting and storing database for our apps, and then real-time database for data scenes, and improve performance and faster content delivery, and user-friendly interface with tab layout for route informations. And the next one is tutorial for first-time users to guide them through the application to make it easier for them to use our apps.
Last but not least, the evaluation part. For the restate actions, we insist on creating these applications for all students in UUM because most of students will have a hectic schedules so that they have to rush to class on the time. By creating this app, students can manage their time properly, and this will also help them to access through the applications for looking up car ride services for their destinations. Next is the restate benefit. So for that, students will have a much easier life in university with the existence of the app. Finally, for the recommendations, immediate actions, the immediate actions that can be taken to help students is by creating the UUM applications. If the project we are running is successful, then we will do our best to always update the application so that it makes it easier for students to book their car ride services through the applications. We will also try to produce other applications as well as to make it easier for students to live the life at the university. However, if our project fails, we will not give up but still try again so that this project will find a success. We will not allow our failure to be an obstacle to the continuations of this project. That's all from me. Thank you.